Hey everybody, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the show. Apparently my computer rebooted just before I came on. Like I checked it and then went in the other room and I guess we had to install an update this morning. Always something, always something. Welcome to the show. And looks like we've got Infinity, channel member Brian, channel member Gaten, Leah, channel member David, channel member Don, channel member Gaten again, Sergio, Darren, and Rob, Nikki, Jason, Ivan, Rongamer, good to see you. Out fishing on the way back, I guess. Joseph, Frank, David, good to see everybody. How about that crypto, huh? Hey, General Rush, good to see you, sir. Happy Veterans Day to everybody who is a veteran. I know many of you are, or you have a family member who is. Thank you all. I do mean it. St. Thomas. Oh my gosh. How's St. Thomas? I've always wanted to go St. Thomas St. Kitts. I've always kind of wanted to go there. One of these days I'll probably get there. My passport expired right now, but one of these days. St. Thomas sounds like an awesome place. Always. Ever since I did geography. That world geography. And it's an amazing place. Come on down. Have you actually got a place there, or you just kind of visiting? Always wanted to go there. Of course, my passport probably take like 6 months to get that. Crazy stuff. Anyway. Alrighty. And guess what's up today? Crypto. Hard to guess that one. Visiting for a week? Yeah. I won't make it. No passport, no papers. Probably won't even let me get on a plane. Anyway. All right. St. Croix, yeah. I'm not as like St. Thomas St. Kitts. I don't know, something about that. Like my geography teacher really sold those really well. Made me really want to go visit there. St. Croix, yeah, that's a beautiful place too. All those little Caribbean islands. I kind of want to do a Western Caribbean cruise that goes all the way down to the top of South America and then comes back up. It's like a 3-week cruise, I think it is, and get to see all those places. It'd be pretty cool. So, yeah, Kimberly and I have talked about that for a while, and we'll see if we ever get to do it. The funny thing is, a few of you would lose your ever-loving mind if I disappeared for a month. There's a few of you. Some of you are like, we'll be all right. I mean, we've had this conversation in the in-person events. Some of you would be all right. Some of you, I'm trying to find Discord. Some of you would, there it is. Some of you would be quite upset if I disappeared for a month. I mean, some of my stuff would just keep running, like Apollo, all the algorithms. They just keep rocking and rolling. But some of the stuff, like all my crazy predictions, I'd have to catch up again. Oh my goodness. Be like, oh, just take a Starlink and do your remotes off the ship. Right? It's possible. Possible. I have to get me a Starlink Mini, I guess. And it's a plan, I guess, right? Gotta plan it out. And let's see. I need one of the Starlink Minis that can run off like a battery pack. Like I've seen you can like hook up Milwaukee batteries and run it, and be pretty cool, I guess. But that's all stuff you'd have to take with you. So toting it all with you. And don't hit the wrong button. There we go. Check this out. People's Bank of China buying gold. Look at this. Took a few months off, but nice big spike, bigger than almost 50% of the spikes on this chart right here. Back at buying gold, and then we hit all-time highs in gold. Imagine that, right? So it's that was the main idea I had today, was talking about this, that China's buying again. What does this mean? I don't know. Possibly eat up the supply, right? I mean, look how many metric tons. Like that's 30 metric tons All right, we're talking about metric ton being 1,000 kilograms. I mean, I'm gonna have to pull up the. I'll pull up the thing to switch it to. I got my engineering calculator for those of you that have seen it. You know, it's it looks like that on my phone, and so we do 30 metric tons, so it's 30,000 kilograms. And we go to units, and we go to mass. Yeah, mass. We got to put that in kilograms, and then we switch to troy ounces. Ounce troy. So we're talking about 964,500 troy ounces. 964,500. So grab the calculator so I can do it on screen for you. And why didn't I do all the things on the calculator? Because I don't know the conversion factors. 964,522 is the actual number times what's the price of gold right at the moment? Let's go grab it. And gold is at 2637. Let's just assume it was at 2600. Yeah, 2600 equals, holy cow, that's $2.5 billion worth of gold. So, 2.5 billion, hey, drop in the hat for $18 trillion market cap, right? Drop in the hat. $18 trillion, drop in the bucket. No big deal. But remember what I always say, like, there's only probably 10% of that money in there. Like, we could only gold, if we took it all out, if everybody tried to sell it at once, probably $1.8 trillion worth of gold could get sold before it's just gone, like worth virtually nothing. So, all right. That's just crazy. Just crazy. And probably need to refresh this because I was going to say NVIDIA. Oh, look at that. Only 17 trillion now. Dropped off a little bit. That pullback this morning. NVIDIA. Look at that craziness. And here's one that might. Think about this right here. What if this became a $3 trillion company? Triple the price. Basically get up to near $1,000. Climb the ladder. Come join these other big dog companies up here. Other big tech, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA. Come and join this 2 to 3 trillion. Yeah, 2 trillion, that's just a double in price. $600 for Tesla. 3 times the price. Put it in that $3 trillion club. I wouldn't discount it at this point. So watch out. That thing can surprise everybody. As I was talking about last week, that's an AI play catch up. And I think I skipped this last week. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. This presentation tended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining. Hopefully you're entertained. I mean, I predicted crypto for months and months, and look at where we are. We're breaking out, going all-time highs. Just ridiculous. Sometimes I get lucky. Hopefully we can keep getting lucky. Hopefully we're going to that 150 to 300,000 zone that I've been predicting. 150 is 10 times the pullback. 300 is 20 times the pullback. We can go through that here in a minute. So don't buy stocks, don't buy options, don't buy Forex, don't buy futures, don't buy cryptos, don't buy treasuries, don't buy bonds, don't long them, don't short them, don't trade them. If you desire personal financial advice, you need to hire and consult a financial advisor, somebody that can tell you what to do. That's not what I'm doing here. We have a banking holiday today, although the market is still open. Just a general banking holiday. We've got lots of Fed members speaking tomorrow. And then the rest of the week, we have CPI on Wednesday. We have PPI on Thursday. And we have retail sales on Friday. So it's going to be a spicy week of inflation type numbers. We'll see what we get as we come into core retail season. I found an interesting statistic last night that the average Average American. This is everybody, all in, right? We spend over $800 in the winter holidays. And that's for everybody. It's for everybody, no matter what you celebrate. We typically spend $800 per person. Like $600 of that is typically gifts, and the rest of the it's like $250 more is for decorations and seasonal items. So that's why we usually see a strong rally at the end of the year. This is quite interesting, I think. So we're likely to continue that on up. And Coinbase, look at this baby. Dun, 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 dun. Fired off the entry, and now here we are, already to the target. Craziness. Now, here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. I'll never not hear that from Dana Carvey. If you haven't watched that SNL skit, like, you gotta check it out on YouTube, like the pre-election SNL pieces. Just Google Saturday Night Live after I'm done here, or look on YouTube, and it's pretty funny. There's everything fired off, and boom, right up near the target. Is it log mode or is it not log mode? You tell me. It's now we do have the resistance zone here on Coinbase. If we can break on higher, check this baby out. This is where it gets crazy. Look at this high, this low. Look at these numbers up here. Let's go to non-log mode because that's where I put them. 500, 675. Kind of have this target sitting here. 486 is kind of the bottom. This is why I bought leverage long coin CONL. Remember, CONY is not leverage coin. This baby got shares. Look at that. We're coming up into the resistance zone. If we can break these prior highs, potential to go on up here. And this is just the recent pullback. If we go for the bigger pullback, this actually outperforms coin. Check this out right here. It's that bigger move where we are now. If we go up here, that's 61 right there. 62% upside. So we're talking about 120% upside. So yeah, that tracks. We'd be right up in here as the target. Right up in here. That's from where we are right now. Potentially 120% upside. Yeah, right up to that fib line. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at that right there. Boom. That's just amazing how that works. So there's an opportunity. Not saying you should do it. Buy a share, buy $60. Of course, there's other ways to play. You could buy MSTX. Look at all these firing off. Riot. Finally trying to get going here. Hitting the targets on the little move. See if we can get the bigger juice going here. Let's just clear a bunch of these off. We've got that. We do still have this resistance zone to get through. We're just right at the top of it. This baby. This is where it gets crazy. Look at these numbers. 23, 28, 34. But if we flip them to log mode, 38, 60, 117. That'd be pretty spicy. We can get right back up to the all-time highs. If we do, you probably ought to consider getting out of a lot of these. I'm not sure Miner's going to survive another crypto winter. We're going to have another crypto winter. It's going to happen. Mora coming right up on the 618. Break above, get that close. Daily close above, 39, 44. And that can kick off the bigger potential. Come on. Bigger potential on up here. Just ridiculous number. Yeah, that's why I went off log mode. Off log mode, that's what. 106, possibly 135. Log mode makes these just absolutely ridiculous. In the thousands, which I don't think it can do. Now, that's a bubble pattern. That's a smaller bubble pattern. Can it do it again? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. BT, this is one to keep an eye on because there's the near-term target. Here's the bigger target. Maybe like, well, I don't know if it can do that again. It did this in 5 days. It went from right around $6 all the way up to $32 in 5 days. Couldn't it do it again? Yeah. Could it go higher? It could. Could it go? Might it not make that all the way up there? Might not. That's why you should have your exit plan in place. I may get off the majority of my position here at this $5, $6, $7 area and ride a little bit on up to the top if we can get it. So always keep your plan in place, in mind. All right, S&P. We're getting up to danger zone. We may experience a pullback here. All right. We can go cruising on up to, let me just remove everything. It'll be easier than, if we've got this high, we've got this low. Look, we're at the 1618 off of this bounce back here. We're at a point where we may do something like this. These two little pullbacks right here, not very big compared to this one. We need something else that's nearly as big as this one. It could be from a higher level, but watch out. We're going to do some sort of pullback that's nearly as big as that one before we do probably the final move. So just keep it in mind. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much could we get on this little extension here? We could go cruising on up to 62. That is entirely possible right here. We could, if this move is the 1, that's the 2, that's the 3, that's the 4, that's the 5. The 5 can go right on up here because 1s and 5s typically are roughly equal to each other. It's just happens more often than not. It's not a rule. It's just a target kind of zone. Now it can come up shy. It can go overextended. It's just kind of that's why 62. Okay. Kind of keep it in mind. And we're hitting this 1618 off of this, and wouldn't surprise me if we got a pullback right in here. Another echo on a smaller time frame. We do these pullback. Look, basically the 4-hour roadmap line. Basically the 4-hour roadmap line. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a little extension and came back to the 4-hour roadmap line again. Wouldn't surprise me one little bit. Going back up to the daily charts. This not maxed out yet. We still have upside energy on the stocks above their 20-day. We still have upside energy on stocks above their 50-day. We still have lots of upside energy on stocks above their 200-day. So we haven't really pulled this to extreme levels yet. So we're not really, probably not done on this move. We could take everything up to extreme levels before we top out. All right. Got some upside energy left in this. So already kind of went through the S&P. NASDAQ, watch out. This may be the one that results in the pullback. We are coming up into the target zone. I say 21,491, possibly 22. That zone right there. I kind of expect us to top it out in that zone. And waiting on this one to actually break out. Get up to the target. QQQ is already at the target. So depends on which chart you're looking at. We're already there. So start lightening the load, or at least figuring out where the exit plan is. We can get another one of these big moves like we had in August. 3-day down. Ouch. I remember that well. Don't forget, we like to have short-term memory. We're never going to do that again. Be careful. Russell here keeps edging up. It's going to be interesting if we push an all-time high. I have the alert set right there. That 21 or 24.62 area. Not far away now. If we do that, this will be interesting because we could possibly. So here's the deal on this chart. We could possibly get all the way up here and it still just be a corrective move. Just a little extra excitement. Still in a correction though, and we can still flush this down all the way to the 1300 level. So this can pop up to the, here's the levels, 25.58 and 26.60. If we stop there, start breaking down, crush it on down, that can go all the way down in this $1,300 point area. All the way down there. Be pretty wicked. Pretty wicked. This has all been corrective and overlapping so far. I'm very cautious. You may be like, wow, that's a lot of stuff drawn on the chart. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. We're going to clear some of this up. And that was the next upside target there. Still think we're gunning for the breakdown here, though. Guess we take the election off. Haven't done that. Didn't do this. Didn't do that. There we are. We're left with this upside target right up here. And a potential downward move. Oil. Remember, I don't always get it right. Like IWM kind of fooled me. I've lost a little money on short debit spreads, but not as much as if I had just bought puts because I wasn't confident that we were just breaking down. Oil here, going to retest the uptrend of lows. If we break down, there's the operative target, and then there below that. That's what we're looking at right there. We pop back up to make it a coin flip for the election, then right back down, cruising. And GC looks like, unfortunately, that's the target. Same. There's the target. Which we may hit the 618 level right there. That whole big move up, which I didn't draw properly. Right there. Right at the roadmap line. Just happens to all come together. Bitcoin, look at that. Breaking through the first resistance. Looks like we may be on the log mode here. Really need to get through this 85,000 area right there. Sets us up for 100,000. 150 to 300 is my actual target on this run. Right up in that zone. And we'll get some bumps and humps along the way. It would not surprise me to get 20 and 30% pullbacks. We saw that over here. We see it every run. We get these multi-day 22% pullback, especially right in the beginning. We may get one of those. We got one up here. Right there. Nice 33% pullback. This one was pretty vicious. Right here. 55% pullback. This one was the crypto winner. All right, 77% pullback. We'll get another crypto winner. It's going to be coming. It's probably going to be starting 2026. So we might enjoy a high well into the next year, well into 2025. All right, this is probably going to take a little while to work through. There'll be humps and bumps and stuff along the way. I don't think we're at the top yet. probably top out up here. You know, nothing time-wise is telling me that we're done yet. Bitcoin all-time history. Let's jump up just a little bit so I can get what I need on the chart. There we go. I need to, let's see, we're going to have to clear a few things up so I can see. Probably should have just gone to another chart. Let's see. Let's just go to a clean chart. Let's go to the clean chart, all-time history. There we go, nice and clean. Let's take off the roadmap line. Go up to the weekly chart. I haven't done this before, what I'm about to do, so I'm just want to show you something here. So this low to this high, projected off of this low. That's the 2019 low through the 2020 halving to the high, projected off of this low. Look, it puts us a fib line target out here. If we just last the same amount of time, the high would occur in August of 25. We're like, all right, cool. But how did that compare to before? So let's rock and roll on back. And auto, there we go. Need to pull this up a little bit. All right, 2016, that low, that high. We're going to have to pull that forward over to the current low. Guess what? It lines up exactly on the other one. This low, this high, pull it over. Guess what? They all line up exactly on. Oh, I hit the wrong fib line tool. Time waste right there. Hit the wrong one. Look at that. Same little window. That one. That one. Gives us this little window right here. Could go fast. I don't think we're going to top out that fast. But there's a little window right there. That window. Each one's been taking a little longer each time from the low to the high. Probably help if I got it better on the low. So we could top out January, could be in March, could be out to September. So there's the. Could we go on an accelerated rate? Do we have to do any of those? Could we do something just totally different? Sure. So I don't usually use this analysis, but it's lining up right on the money. So, and I probably don't have the exact highs clicked. It probably matters just a little bit. Yeah. Those shift quite drastically if I have it clicked on the correct handle. These are just based on the weekly chart, so there you go. There you go. Let's this is not a tool I use very often, so you tell me, is that going to be accurate, or it just gives you a ballpark? Sometime first 9 months of 2025. That kind of lines up with my expectation for the market too. If you think about it, saying Q1, Q2, highly likely, Q3, maybe. That kind of lines up with the market topping out. That's curious. You know what else lined up with the market topping out? That. Remember what happened in 2022? Oh. That. I don't know. We'll see. Might get lucky again. Just watch out. Watch out, everybody. Be careful. Ethereum looking pretty strong. Pretty strong, my friend. We need to get continuation, though. Got to break on through this resistance where we've rejected a few times already. This, not even like that long ago, just this year. We need to break on through that to get that continuation up to those new highs. Look at the 61 to 7,300 really as the upside target area. If we can get it, if we can get the getter adder going. Dollar. Look at that, back to popping again. Gold dropping, oil dropping, dollar popping. Looks like we're going to retest those highs. Kind of, I really expected it to drop, but going to get the extension. Maybe we're going to go back up, hit that target. So I was wrong again on dollar. I expected it to drop, not dropping, being strong. Strong dollar doesn't really help us globally, though. That right there, rallying. If we break above these prior highs right there, we're probably cruising on up to 44. U.S. markets probably go with it. Right there. I've said that for days and weeks and pretty much every day since we bottomed out back here in August. If we get another flush, we break down below, below the uptrend of lows, it's probably going to flush the U.S. market. Just global liquidity. That's all that is right there. Just an indication of global liquidity. All right. I go pull all the gainers and all the decliners. Everything up $2 or more in the pre-market. Everything down $2 or more in the pre-market. The up goes on the gainers list. The downs go on the decliners list. And there's a lot. So let's start just ripping through them. And they don't necessarily stay up or down into the open. Coin hitting the target. MSTR, bigger target. Lots of resistance along the way. Probably resistance at 400 and then 1,000, my bigger upside target. CI, that's as Bitcoin keeps ripping. It's acting as leverage Bitcoin. Signa Group back up to resistance, and let's draw the new. Pull back in here. We did scrape the. Look at that. This high, this low. If we can get the daily close above that 350 area, looking for 381, 390 on the upside. Tesla, Salah. 350 upside resistance. Which. Did we tag it today? Let's see. We did. Watch it for a pullback. That's been my target for freaking a long time. Watch for a pullback. Then, if we can just break on through, 500 was the next upside. This may just go full on short squeeze, launch off, never pull back. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen it just rip and rip without giant pullbacks. So watch for a pullback. MSTU, leverage MicroStrategy. Yeah, if you grab that, especially when I was talking about it early last week, You got a double on your hands right there. Connell. If you grab that at any point when I was talking about it back here. Here we go. Now, is it the log chart or is it the non-log chart? You tell me. I'm going to go with non-log. Looks a little better. If you go with log mode, we're popping off. Same target either way. MSTX, a little bit cheaper than MSTU. Still going to get the 2x performance, roughly. Remember, that's just on a daily performance, not over the long term for those. They have high costs for maintaining their leverage. And over the long haul, they probably won't perform at 2x. Right? This is just a daily 2x. That means over 2 days, it may not be 2x. Over a week, it may be lagging 2x performance. Same with this one right here. This is a 2x on a daily. Not 2x on... It's kind of the weird thing about a leverage product. A lot of people think, well, if we're going to do a leverage product, it should be performing 2x, right? Like, well, look, Bitcoin's breaking out to all-time highs, but BitX here, not doing it, all right? This is a daily 2x target, but we're not even above the 618 right there. We're just trying to crack it right there. Has upside potential, maybe. Be careful what you're playing when you mess with leverage, all right? ETHU, I was getting all kinds of alerts pre-market for this. Bought a bunch of shares of this back here. Bought more, bought more, bought more. As Ethereum recovers, looking for this to rock and roll. And remember, this is, again, just a 2x leverage right there. All right, RDNT, RadNet, that's just popping up. Hitting the 2.272. Watch out for a retrace. That one, watch out for the retrace. That's just crazy, ridiculous chart. Gotta watch out for the retrace. AXON. Watch out for that one to play out. Might be cruising on up to 810, but I wouldn't expect much more than that right there. BKCH. Potential blockchain. This is like Global X blockchain ETF. Can pop up. Hit that. Just rolled my mouse. 71. Might have resistance, but remember, don't bet against crypto. Crypto is the craziest, most volatile instrument out there. It can just take charts on a wild ride. All right. Wild ride higher, wild ride lower. If you can't handle the wild ride, don't mess with it. All right. Don't mess with it. What is 2x on daily? I just went through it. It means the performance is only for the day. If you're looking at a 2-day period, you're not going to get 2x performance probably. Only for the day's performance. All right, Goldman Sachs. Played out. Watch for a pullback. Could it go on higher? Sure. We could rock and roll up to 700, maybe even 800. Would be careful though. This one can rock and roll on up to 163. Wouldn't expect much more than that, but 225, entirely possible. This was an outsized drop, and we may actually go rallying up here and... come on. That was cool. There we go. That zone may come up here to that zone before we top out. So that's possible too. Shoot up in there, test it, or we dropped out. This does have a reverse split in it. This is a leverage with 3x bull. This will be a daily. Again, just daily performance of banks. Not over long term. You won't get exactly 3x performance over long term. Long term, anything longer than a day. Spotify breaking out. 500 is the target. GEV. Keeps rocking and rolling higher targets. 459. BMY. Let's see. That high, this low. Coming up to the 618 resistance. If we can get through that little jig jog there. Pop through that. Looks like 90 is the upside target on Bristol Myers Squibb. And TARC. This is a 2x long innovation ETF. I'm assuming they patterned it off of ARK. And coming into some hefty resistance there. That is a reverse split, and it's a leverage thing, so be careful there. It's going to be trying to 2x performance of this on a daily basis. Now, these leverage products, it does cost them a lot to maintain their leverage, so that's why a lot of them underperform over the long term. High costs involved with trying to maintain leverage. That one, maybe we could get up to 69 before we get a bigger pullback. Maybe. Not sure. We kind of topped that one out there, pulled back. And it's very overlappy off the low. You don't understand overlappy. It's like we look at this high, we look at this low, overlap, skip behind low. We look at this high, we look at this low, skip behind low, overlap. Very overlappy. Not sure that where that's going right now. And you think about it, like we're rocking and rolling all-time highs on a lot of big tech, and this is just barely getting off the lows. So not performing. Major resistance up there at the 618 level. All right, back to, God, we got a lot of stuff to rip through. Should probably quit blabbing and just rip through some charts here. SMLR. Upside resistance. Medical specialty, caution. BitX, we already kind of talked about this. If we can break through, targets can be way on up there. Depends on if you're on log mode or not log mode. 70 to 80, probably a more realistic target. Right in here, especially since it's underperforming so much. Such great underperformance. I do have hundreds of shares of this also. I bought into, I was looking at buying enough to have a full Bitcoin. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put that money that would top out my full Bitcoin into these leverage ETFs. And I went with BitX and ETHU. That was my two plays. So I guess once we get near the top, I'll probably book those out. When we go through crypto winter, I'll probably add up to my full Bitcoin. And there's another Ethereum 2x leverage right there. BTCO, Invesco Bitcoin. That's just a regular Bitcoin ETF. Rocking and rolling, riding along. This has got a planned split coming up 4 for 1. Just a regular split, not a reverse split. So that the way this has been going, we rally kind of into the splits and then get a pullback. And we're seeing that like CMG, MSTR, even we saw that pullback after the split. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Kind of suffer and then rocking and rolling. So CMG, we saw that kind of rally into the split and then pull back. Now potential for this to pop off pretty big. And so lots of kind of indication that we may rally into the split and then pull back. ARKB. Yeah. ARK's Bitcoin just riding along with Bitcoin. CRM. Potential to this rock and roll on up here, 425 area right there. Measured bounce. BITU. Ultra. Here's another Ultra Bitcoin. Maybe like, well, that's pushing all-time highs. Well, yeah, but this only started in 24. It didn't start in 21. So we don't have the whole rest of the chart over here. Boil, natural gas, Another reverse split plan. That one just keeps going into the toilet. Cat. Popping up, hitting targets. 426. Next up, upside resistance. Support down here at the roadmap line. PTIR. PLTR must be rocking it, baby. Yep. Launching off. Broke through the 50 area. 67. Next upside resistance there. Possibly even up 75 and 150. A wild ride. ALB. Poking through finally. This is the first time we've really poking through in a year and a half. So we'll see if we can maintain this one on Amble Marble. DJT. Nice bounce off the roadmap line. Can we get back above the 618 and this candle right there? We move up through that. Probably going on an extension, 65 to 60 to 65 area would be my expectation for the target right over here. FETH as a Fidelity's Ethereum ETF. Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. We did get Ethereum ETFs introduced back a few months ago to little fanfare and little reaction in the market. So ARKK, as I already hit, that's trying to recover, but we've got lots of upside resistance. DKNG. Stuck at this resistance. If we can get through 53, 57 on the upside. BABA, I think that's probably gunning for the roadmap line. Be careful. That looks like it wants to hit. And this may just kind of churn sideways until these can come together over here. Connie. Remember, this is not leveraged, all right? This is just an income strategy. This means they basically do some covered calls and crazy stuff. Bunch of bullshit to try to get that yield up. They pay a crazy high dividend. So if that's your kind of thing. Now, on a dividend basis, it's all-time highs. If you're not holding shares, you're just holding options, you're getting killed. All right. TNA. 3x on bulls. But check it out. This, while we're seeing small caps almost breaking out to all-time highs, this is still under the 618. So that leverage is eating it up on that one. Not performing on the long term. All right, decliners, MPWR. Wow. That got hit. I believe I said something about watch out for that one to retrace. That low, that high. Watch for support in this zone right here. Monday.com. Back to the roadmap line. Roadmap line. We topped out. I believe I said something about that one coming back to also. Oh, just a little bit more. We can hit. We can do another bounce. I think this one usually bounces pretty quickly. Your buying opportunity may be limited if you're trying to get a piece of that. ABBV. Sometimes I get lucky. Watch for that to extend on lower though. That's pushing down to the 1618. Not good. If we don't hold that, may go back to these lows. Kind of be a next target area down. So look for this to turn, break back above that, and get cruising higher. Humana. There's the resistance, and down here's the support. KOLD. Support at the roadmap line, ultra short natural gas. Trump trying to cut a deal with Europe to buy natural gas. I'd probably push it up into the target zone, $3.60 to $4. Yeah, I've thought this one already rocking and rolling off of that news. Anticipating that news, I guess. Watch for the resistance at 220. SPNS. Oh, SmackDown. WWE Raw. Right down into the target zone. Watch for a watch for a support to show up here. If we start breaking down below the $25 area, we could go all the way back to the lows. GLD probably coming back to the roadmap line. Bummer. I did not want to see gold retrace like this, but I guess it's kind of due. Last time we were here, there, and then over here. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. GDXU. Gold miners getting whacked a little bit. Break down below that. We can come back down in this zone somewhere in here. Ugly. Coming back down to the roadmap line. All these indicate they're coming down to the roadmap line. Even though we're getting that China gold buying. It's kind of funny that news comes out over the weekend about China buying gold, and then we're seeing all these gold miners pulling back like pretty heavy. Nugget. That's a 2x leverage on gold miners that can pull back. Breaking down below the trend line. Somewhere in that zone. TSM. Watch for that to come back to the roadmap line. Upstarts. Turning around. Looks like we had a pullback. Now we're pushing on through. That is a resistance point. If we can maintain that breakout, we might be done on the downside and go on rocking and rolling higher. That high, that low. Something drawn back there. 683 on the upside. SBIT, short Bitcoin is going in the toilet. And probably like, where's the bottom? You got me. BITI, where's the bottom? I'm going to reverse split it. Or they did reverse split it. And that's still going in the toilet. TEM. Tempest AI. Not enough candles to really do much off of that. 85, 92 upside. Resistance there. USO. Probably going to come back to the bottom of this channel wedge thing. Maybe break down, make a lower low than we had back here in March of last year. And that was the list. That was the list. All right. I didn't even get the bonus trade pulled up yet. And so give me a second here. Let's talk about it. Let me pull something over. And we clear a few of these off of here. New tab, new tab. There we go. All right. Check it out. So we've got 28 tickers that fired off. All right. Let's go looking through and see if we can find anything that looks kind of interesting. So 4 trades, not really statistically significant. 30 trades, that's got my attention a little bit. 73% win rate, 1.8, it's okay. SSD, 0 trades, 2023, no trades, no nothing. 2 trades, not really nothing. 48 trades, that's more interesting. 95% win rate. Oh, look at this, 3.4. Well, it's gonna be hard to beat that right there. So ROL, that looks like the winner. Winner chicken dinner. And let's go look at ROL. Square. Trying to move. So we got this high right here. We got this low right there. There's the entry. 52.83 is the official target. Stop below 44.95, which is dollar below the low. And it's got a 265 upside potential. Looks not too shabby to me. Does last 95 trading days on average, so this may go a little slower, but it could go faster. 95 trading days is right there. That could last out into March. Now, why is that 140 calendar days? Because the candle maker is not open on the weekends. So the statistics are all based around the number of candles, not on the number of actual calendar days. That's ROL for you. That's the bonus trade for the day right there. Bonus trade, bonus trade, bonus trade. There you go. You grab a piece of it, let me know. And there you go. LQD, yeah, that one's... LQD is one. I've been in LQD for a long time. Look at that. Hit the target. Pulled back. Potential to go again. Or break down and go lower. You tell me. Anyway. All right. Buys for the day. Still cautiously bullish until this one tops out. And kind of pulling back a little bit. So remember, QQQ did hit the target. And NASDAQ did hit the target. Look at that. Already we tagged it, pulling back. That may be it. Like NQ may just come up short for a little bit. We'll probably still go higher and get NQ to the target. But cash index topped out. Like that hit the target. Right there. That was it. Look at that. Right in the zone. Right in the zone. Auto zone. All right. Hope everybody has a great day. Happy Veterans Day to all my veterans. I'll see you again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. 9:15 tomorrow morning Eastern time. We'll go through what's moving, what's popping, what's dropping all over again. Remember, we have that CPI, the PPI, the core retail sales all coming out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week. That'll be potentially chaotic news. I mean, can create volatility. Now, volatility can go up or down. The VIX only really responds when the market goes down. So have a great day, everybody.